That's a word that's just as valid as yes. Sometimes you'll get a yes, and sometimes you'll get a no. And sometimes I won't explain myself. You're in the house of Barnes & Noble. These are the rules. Also, when you go into a library, you have to shut the fuck up. Why? I have something to say. I know you do. I know you feel entitled, but in this room, these are the rules. You will shut the fuck up because you're in a library. These are the rules of the house of the library. When you go to Barnes & Noble, I love you guys. I'm thrilled that you're coming, but they're there to make sure you buy Ladies of the Night, right? Books.
Sure.
They don't care that you're Kiss fans. I do, but not there.
That was actually somebody's answer to that question yesterday.
Was it? Jim Norton's.
Yeah, let it be known.
Jimmy Norton said that.
No, but I figured it was probably a bookstore.
Give that man a banana.
No, but it's...
Yeah, I mean, why should they allow other people to show up, sign my ass, sign my this?
Jimmy,
by the way, I'm not at all opposed to shining breasts.
Jimmy did a book signing.
Okay.
Jimmy did a book signing, and he signed everything that day. Everything.
But they know the people. They probably didn't think I had anything else to sign. They probably didn't think they had to ask me that. When they figured they can have 30 years worth of merch to show up. You know, with me, what do I have? Fucking
the other
CD?
thing is that you've got the vultures and the scavengers, we call them. We know who they are. They know every single stop I make. They know when I get at the airport, when I go to CBS, they're right there. And there's a horde of them. It's about 100 that show up at any given time.
Very familiar faces.
Some are new, some are old. They
But
use
you
their
recognize
children.
a lot of them, right?
Some.
Yeah, okay.
They'll use their children, their grandmothers. They'll appeal to you as a person. Come on, Gene, I've been a fan for 30 years. We know who they are. And they'll come with these backpacks filled with stuff. And then when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar walks in, he'll be their stuff. These are the eBay guys.
Right.
And I may or may not have a problem with you selling that stuff on eBay. I want to be asked. See? And if you pretend to be something you're not, it's an insult to me. And the answer is no. I won't even talk to these guys.
So if somebody says, could you sign this so I can put it on eBay, you'll say no.
I may say yes if I agree to it. You know, you walk up to a beautiful girl, you take your cock out and say, let's fuck. She will snip it off. However, if you take her to dinner and you act nice and so at the end of the day, you will fuck her.
Especially if you take your cock out and drive her far enough away and say, look, here's your options. You pop this into your mouth or you fucking hitchhike. I mean, that's probably
I
not
sort
where
of
you're
meant to
going with
say that, but I didn't use those charming phrases. But really, it's about my okay. Mm-hmm. If I'm okay with it, all kinds of behavior is okay. If you expect me to, if you try to hoodwink me and try to do that, it's an insult.
Why do people...
Condi Rice.
Why do people...
Yeah. Stockholm.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Kiss fan?
We hung out. Yes, matter of fact, we got along terrifically.
That is very surprising.
Why?
Condoleezza Rice is a Kiss fan. Because being a
black.
stuffy... No, being a kind of the stuffy Republican kind
She's
of Bush administration thing, you wouldn't think...
and primitive of you to to throw a blanket by saying Republican. That
I'm a
means
Republican too. I am. I just consider her,
not at all. She's very loose.
Oh. Why do you think people see you in this light where you're abrasive to some people? You come off like
why? Just
like
listen.
The whole money question is a bad thing to ask. Why do you think so many people do address you
well,
with that
respectfully,
question?
it's not my problem, it's theirs.
Oh, I know. Well, whatever it is, why do you think it's like the word sell out, the word my God, he'll sue, he'll do this, he'll pump out more Kiss merchandise than anyone should possibly
that's
be able
good.
to.
That's a compliment.
But people have such a problem with it. Why do you think that is?
Because
what's your opinion that why they have a problem like that?
They're losers.
Really?
Yeah. In other words, if you're in the peanut gallery and you haven't done anything with your life and you don't agree with the way Donald Trump or Richard Branson run their business, you'll have all sorts of things to say. But these people aren't looking over their shoulders or tugging at your shirt sleeves to find out if it's okay to be entrepreneurial and successful. My life's an open book. I am who I am. I've strictly disavowed drugs, booze, alcohol. Anybody uses them, not interested in having a discussion with you. Really, I'm not.
But boy,
I got to leave.
He's got to go home early.
See that?
I got to cut out now.
Yeah.
Just
no, I like a little wine every so
Just because he
often.
drinks, you can't talk to
I
him?
like a little wine every so often.
When he's straight, sure.
When they're drunk,
of course, there's no reason.
Drunk people are very obnoxious to talk to.
I'm with you on that one,
right,
Gene.
and when anybody wants to criticize me, about what I've done, my decisions. By the way, that's fair. All I ask is, what's the qualification of your criticism? Who are you? What have you done? So if I sit here and I go, you're not doing a good job, the question might be, as a retort, although I'm not retorted, is, what's your qualification for asking that question? Because everybody, I just have an opinion. You know, this studio sucks. Based on what? What studio have you designed? So everybody's got an opinion. They think there's self-entitlement. I don't recognize their criticism because they're unqualified to make it, if you see what I mean. If Branson walks up to me and says, I think your business model is faulty, I'd be curious. I'd love to hear why, because he's a qualified guy.
He's qualified, absolutely.
That's correct.
So with that said, what do you think of bloggers and message boards in general that might trash you? Does that get to you at all as a human being?
I'm happy they even talk about me. You're not going to be liked by everybody. Not everybody's crazy about Christ either. Everybody's got something to say about something, and that's okay. I pay attention to the people who are qualified. When they criticize me, I go, I better listen to this because this is an important person. Now, the masses as a whole, when you put all those unqualified opinions together and they speak as a whole, and it's pretty much unanimous, like overall, then you have to listen because there's something going on that affects everybody. But just because a few fans call Opie and Anthony and say he's a sellout, he's a this, gee, I hope we sell out. I hope we sell out every fucking night.
You know, he makes a valid point. What am I going to say?
You make a great point about the message boards and the bloggers.
They're not qualified.
Right. Because
what the internet has done is given people who would otherwise be asking you if you'd like some fries with that and made them more important than they ever should be.
They're actually quoted on the news.
They're nobody.
Is
and
remarkable.
They should stay nobody until they take life by the scruff of its neck, self-educate themselves, start doing better at work, put down that beer and stop dipping those chips in front of the game, go out there and become an entrepreneur and actually achieve something and start making more money. And the more money you make and the higher you get in society, the more your opinion will count. The more I'd be curious to hear what your opinion is. And the lower you are on the rungs of success, the less I'm interested in your opinion because you're not qualified to have one.
When's going to be enough for Gene? Like obviously you're a very wealthy man. You have a lot of different industries. I see Simmons books and which is amazed me when you said that. I had to look at the spine and go, there's a Simmons books. When's enough? When's enough for you?
I'm just amazed we got a free copy today.
I didn't say
I'm going to church for a free
What are you
copy.
kidding?
I didn't say you did. No, I don't think. I think that's a bad question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It is because it immediately puts a limit. It's like if you're the fastest human being on two legs and you've broken the world record and all the cameras are gone the next day, no more awards, no more girls kissing your cheeks and stuff, you know, when you cross the finish line and break the world record, will you wake up the next morning and try to break your own record when nobody's there? I'm asking you.
Probably not.
That's why you will never win.
No, I'll win because I would enjoy myself doing something else.
I didn't ask you how you feel.
Well, that's what
enjoy.
My point with the question I asked you was, when will it be enough? Because will there ever be a time where you will enjoy not having the pressure to top yourself and to make more money and be into more industry?
You don't have the stuff, do you? The fire in the veins and the thing.
No, I do. I think I've done a pretty good job of
no, that's the past.
Making myself successful.
Enough.
And my future, I do look to my future and keep continuing success in my future. I'm not doing what I used to do. I used to install air conditioning and heating ductwork for shit money.
No, you veered off the thing.
I didn't veer. I veered.
No, I didn't ask what you wanted. It's whether or not you have the fire in your veins to wake up and treat every day as if it was the only day you would have of life on Earth.
Yeah, and that wouldn't be sitting in a board meeting trying to get the next fucking product out there. It would be fucking a beautiful woman.
Right.
Or doing something. That's what I'm saying.
No,
when's enough for you as far as...
everybody decides for themselves what that thing is that gets them farther in life. Fucking a beautiful woman is not necessarily the thing, but I know what you mean. But that's why entrepreneur is an all-encompassing term. It sort of means whatever that thing is that makes that day worth living in terms of furthering you some achievement, some mark on the earth that you've been here. Otherwise, you're just a fart that eventually dissipates and was never here.
So you enjoy doing this, though. You enjoy all the industry that has become Gene Simmons.
It's much deeper than enjoy. It's important.
Well, I think
no, there's a difference there.
That's correct.
Between enjoyment and importance. You're trying to create a legacy for yourself.
No.